hated those old ones that, you know, that have the rivet in them, because you know, it's like, come on. Get with the, so these are removable.
Nice.
You put the screw in it, you set it down, you wax it up, then you unscrew it and put it in the plate.
Yours okay?
Yeah, I found the knife.
Oh.
Daryl, you got my text? Yeah, I gotta cut this mold. Okay, give me 5 minutes to cut this mold. But he's all over it like right now. So if you're gonna act, you better.
We're gonna go.
We're gonna make that happen.
Yeah, we're gonna go get some other information.
You got to take Gym Vision with. I think you want to take somebody with Matrix with and do a full court press.
First, we gotta do something.
All right. All right. All I'm doing here. This is this corner cut will lock everything in both directions.
Okay, he has this microphone.
By squiggling the line.
He wants to get this adapting.
Leave the point in one. You don't want to go all the way down because you don't want to commit to the parting line. All right?
You're telling me he needs this adapter.
Now this takes place because it's still going to be attached here. You don't need any heavier keys than that.
Okay.
I thought you weren't going to show up.
I'm almost in the session.
All right. I'll let you off the hook this time. Okay. Now, I never really want to cut down below. I want to always be at the piece and not below the piece, because I never want to have my knife find another lower point. Sometimes I'll screw up. It's going to be a lot easier once I can get leverage on this wider mold. The thin ones are super easy to cut. I want to lay on the blade, or lay on the piece, and I always want to keep these cuts parallel. Parallel. When I close the mold and clamp it, I'll get an overlap on an incline. All right? If you don't clamp it too hard, you shouldn't have any seam line whatsoever. I'm going to have to do more mold making in Atlanta, because John was saying that sometimes people don't get the front end of this situation. If we'll see, yeah, we could.
Let me know.
All right. Now, I don't really have to ever put a scratch on it. If you want to directly mold a solid scape, you spray it with, you're going to have to spray it with mold release.
Okay.
And you can do it, but it's still going to come out rough, and that part's going to be toast. But you know how fragile they are anyhow. Now, I do have another compound that I haven't released, but we could work something out. It's a mastering compound, not for casting. So your first one into the solid scape mold, you're going to cure. It's going to be grainy like yours, but you're going to be able to polish the daylights out of it. So skip the metal.
Cool.
Now I can only go down so far before I have to start releasing the center section. Now I can get kind of cute with this, but I think it's going to be fine the way that it is. The hardest thing to do with silicone is to find the right angle, to find where this inside edge is. You see, because when you stretch it, it all lays out and you can't really see it. So sometimes if you hold it just right to the light. Now Stellar has a great trick. They put a red Sharpie on it and find the line. I don't want to go all the way across because I don't want to guess where I'm going to end up on the other side, right? As you stretch, it kind of releases. So the scalpel is really too sharp of a tool. It'll want to run. It'll want to cut ahead of it.
It's similar to this. And what these do is they turn. And this stuff will actually just turn. And
Now the only thing I do not want to do is leave a flap of silicone, which means I don't want to have an edge of silicone going up and over and laying on that ring or it's going to tear out. How are you?
I would check it in an hour and a half. Just to see.
Now if I lay my knife right on the line here, I should be able to find this nicely.
Then we started doing the cut down first. And now we're cutting it down to an hour and a half in this. Yes. Also, yes, before we were going straight here and pull on this. And use this shot.
Okay, now it's basically done. Now all I have to do is find my hinge bar, but I do have to be careful to stay on the outer edge of this.
And after that, you should be very good.
I used to take out the bar first, but I like this better because I can't overrun it.
Like you're supposed to see that casting skin. Once that's not taken out, you'll still use 20 for if you're still having, you just have to play with it and try to find out if it has to be elsewhere. And that's basically what we're getting. Except now, we just put all three in there.
No stick on side.
No. Well, I was afraid it might get a little piece stuck underneath the stone, but I think everything's okay. This was just a demo. Obviously, it's not a real world.
Find the color, batch, or do the possible, take the shots out, awesome. In. Now it's cool.
But those whole frames are going to pay for themselves in a heartbeat because that's